This is normal Clubstep, and this is the most brutal buffed version of Clubstep that I could beat. So what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna be buffing Clubstep every time I beat it until I can't beat it. So the first thing I have to do is actually beat Clubstep. Last time I did Stereo Madness, I feel like that was a little too easy, and people said I was copying Vortrox. I feel like there's lots of places that I can actually buff Clubstep. This level is going to get pretty hard. Oh my god, bro. Okay, you know, the first thing I want to change is this entire chip part. What I'm gonna do is make all of these straight flies. It would be a little evil if I put a spike right here, so I'm not gonna do that. I feel like for this part, I could just put a bunch of mini spikes instead. And then this part, it would be pretty funny if I made it all a straight fly. Okay, so the first part I'm buffing is the first chip part. Okay, let's see how hard this is. Oh, okay. I mean, it low-key looks kind of easy. Okay. If I die, I actually might just crash out. Bro, this is too easy. The next part I want to buff is this ball part. I think I can make this first click harder by putting a saw up here as well. And then I could definitely make this click a lot harder. What I'm going to do is put a little spike right there. And then I'm also going to make this click a lot harder. And then I'm also going to bring one of these saws up here, just so you have to click this blue orb super late. I'm going to buff this part by putting one of these little spikes where all of these guys are. And then I'm gonna buff this part as well by doubling up on this spike and this spike. Okay, now it's time to try to get to the ball part and beat it. The annoying part is I'm still gonna have to get past that ship. No, I died to the ship. Oh my god. I keep forgetting that I buffed that part. Oh my god. Okay, first attempt at the ball, and I died right away. Okay, no way I just died to that saw again. I'm actually horrible at this game. All right, I got past the ship for like the third time. Let's not die at the first ball clip. Okay. Oh my gosh. No! Bro, it's actually crazy that I'm struggling on this. And we're only at the second buff, by the way. Oh my gosh. Okay, I think I low-key might have made this impossible. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to put a slope right here. Okay, come on. I can't believe I actually finally got past the ball. No, where am I going? Like, is this real life? Let's go, dude. What I want to buff now is this entire chip part. I think what I'm gonna do first is put these spikes where the fake spikes are meant to be. And then for this part, what I'm going to do is I'm gonna raise these, and then I think I'm gonna put some of these saws in, and I believe that should be enough to buff this part. This level is low-key becoming an extreme demon. What if I low-key just beat it this try? Okay, wait a second. Too easy, bro. Okay, the next part I want to buff is this chip part. So I'm gonna do the same thing that I did with the other part. I'm gonna put saws in here, and then for this part, I'm just gonna replace all of these spikes with big spikes, and then I low-key might make the middle one a little bit bigger. And I'm going to do that for each one. Since this buff is so close to the end, I'm kind of nervous for how much I'm gonna die there. First attempt. Okay, that was expected, but I'm telling you, I'm beating it this next attempt. This next attempt. Okay, this next attempt. No way, bro. I just hate that it's so far in the level, and to think that it's gonna get even harder than this. Bro, I actually can't. The worst part isn't even that the fact that I'm dying to a hard part, it's the fact that I'm dying so far into the level. Okay, third time's the charm, I guess. No, dude, I actually got past like the hard part too. Actually, these gaps kind of look impossible. Bro. Dude, oh my god. Bro, that literally took so long. The next part I want to buff, the very first part. So first things first, I actually want to do something pretty cool. So if you didn't know, you can jump onto the edge of this block right here and skip this pad completely. So I want to do that. I actually don't want to start by holding jump. So I'm going to make that impossible to do by placing this. And in order to further reinforce this, I'm going to put this big old triple spike right here and put this over this pad. That way you're forced to hit the edge of the block. Then I'm actually gonna replace these fake spikes with real spike. I'm gonna put this tiny spike right here. So you have to click this blue orb late. You're gonna do the same thing right here. Make sure you have to click that blue orb late. And then once more right there. I'm gonna bring this up a little bit, just like that. So you have to click this yellow orb as early as possible. I'm gonna put a little mini spike right there. I'm actually gonna buff this. We're gonna do a quick little triple spike like that. And then I'm gonna pull these closer together so that it's a timing. And then I'm gonna make sure you have to click late here. So I'm gonna bring this over here, scale it down a little bit. And now we got this entire first cube completely buffed. This is gonna make playing from the beginning a lot harder. As you can see, I cannot hold there at the beginning. I kind of have to do this. I think I might have made this first click impossible, so let's change that. Okay, it should be possible now. There we go. Okay, this is pretty hard. Okay, wait, there's no way I got past the pre-drop. Are we serious, bro? There's no way. I just died to the freest part of all time. I low-key made the beginning a little impossible, and I'm still gonna be making the level harder. I think I'm actually gonna go insane. This first click is actually impossible. We've got the Acheron first click right there. Okay, I'm about to get to the final click of the pre-drop. Oh, okay, please just beat it. No, dude. It's literally gonna take me forever to get back here, bro. Boom! Watch me die right away. Bro. I literally am so drunk. Okay, let's not die to the first click of the ball. Bro, I'm really hoping I don't get unlucky. No, like I'm actually getting so unlucky at the end. It might seem crazy right now, but I'm still gonna make this level harder. No, dude, I was literally so close to beating it. I can't believe I did that. Let's go, man. I still got one last buff. The last thing I want to buff, and I might regret this, it's gonna be this last chip. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put saws here so you kind of have to like wiggle through it. And then I'm gonna put spikes over here that you also have to wiggle through. And then I'm gonna put spikes here. And to end it off, I'm gonna make it so you have to go through this area. But I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna make it auto somehow. Okay, this is going to be the final buff I do. I am going to die at the end a lot. I think it's going to be very hard the entire way now. I didn't even get a chance to try the last ship. Bro, I don't even know. I've died to this last ship like 3 times. Dude. How am I that low? No, can't be serious, right? No. What? Booyah! That took like 40 whole minutes. I think that's the most I'm gonna be able to buff Clubstep. Watch one of these videos up on screen. Goodbye, 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 goodbye.